Leslie. Good afternoon. My name is Stephanie and I'm a student nurse from TCU. I am here to talk with you today about the importance of eating a well-balanced diet, and I want to start off by thanking you for being here today. I'm going to give you a brief quiz to take to just test what you know about eating a well-balanced diet.
There you go.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. Eating a well-balanced diet is essential in the promotion of your health and your well-being. Diets rich in vegetables, fruits, and grains reduce your risk or may reduce your risk for heart disease as well as cancers. Additionally, diets rich in fiber may reduce your risk for heart disease, obesity, and type 2 diabetes, as well as reduce the risk for constipation. Diets with the adequate amount of dairy products can assist in bone growth and bone health. And proteins are important to incorporate into your diet because they are the building blocks for muscles, bones, and skin. As you can see here, there are 5 components to a well-balanced meal. We have fruits and vegetables, grains, protein, and dairy. A good thing to note is that on your plate, generally you want to see at least half of your plate consisting of fruits and vegetables, and the rest you can have the other food groups, but these 2 are really important. So for vegetables, it's recommended that you consume 2.5 cups of vegetables per day. That doesn't have to be per meal, but just per day. And here are some examples of different vegetables that you could incorporate into your diet, such as broccoli, for example, which is a dark green vegetable, or some carrots or red peppers or pumpkin, black beans, pinot beans, corns, as well as green beans, green peppers, and celery. For fruit, you want to try and incorporate 2 cups of fruit into your diet per day. So that could consist of any number of these options plus many more. It's also important to note that rather than having a piece of fruit, you can substitute your piece of fruit for a glass of 100% fruit juice. So for example, apple or orange, you just need to look at the label and make sure that it's 100% fruit juice. For grains, you want to consume 6 ounces of grains per day in your diet. And there are 2 different types of grains. We have whole grains and refined grains. For whole grains should be at least half of your grain consumption. So my suggestion is that you substitute, for example, whole wheat pasta, perhaps for some regular pasta that you may have. Also whole wheat bread on your sandwiches or toast rather than white bread. You can also see oatmeal on here as well as whole wheat tortillas. So there's a variety of ways you can substitute to have whole grains in your diet. Also, protein is an important component of your diet, as we talked about. It's recommended you have 5.5 ounces of protein per day, and protein consists of various types of meat, poultry, seafood, black beans, as well as nuts. With protein, though, it's important to try and substitute leaner cuts of meat as opposed to some that are higher in fat. For example, turkey may be a better substitute or alternative than ground beef that may have 20% fat in it. Also, the more fats that you consume that are bad fats, for example, saturated fats, reduce your risk for certain types of diseases. However, there are good types of fats that come from seafood, for example, that are good to consume. Also, with dairy, you want to try and incorporate 3 cups of dairy into your diet daily. As you can see, milk, yogurt, cheese, and just as we did with meat, I suggest that you try and substitute lower fat or fat-free options for the whole milk option. Same with yogurt. So in your lattes, for example, if you go get coffee, you may want to just ask for skim milk rather than whole milk, because in that especially you might not be able to taste the difference.
Right.
Now, just as a brief review, can I have you go through and read these and then fill in the blanks for me to review the health benefits?
I think protein is the first one.
Absolutely.
Dairy.
Perfect.
is the one.
Yeah.
And then I remember you said the fruits and vegetables and the whole grains.
Yes, exactly. It may reduce the risk for heart disease. Excellent. And now I'm going to have you take this menu the variety of menu options here and design a menu for just one day. So on here, I have set up for you, you can just go ahead and circle or put a check mark by what you might choose for each of your meals.
Okay, I think that's what I'd choose.
Perfect. So for example, with breakfast, you have incorporated here a whole grain with your oatmeal, as well as some fruits here, and you have again a lean protein with some whole grains and vegetables and water, and then lean protein again with vegetables. Excellent job. Now, do you have any concerns or fears about making changes to your diet?
Well, I'm just afraid I don't know if my husband's gonna want to eat maybe ground turkey instead of ground beef. You know, I don't.
Right.
He doesn't really like change.
I completely understand where you're coming from with that. Perhaps you maybe want to just talk with him about some of the stuff that you've learned today, and I have a handout for you as well.
Okay.
Okay? Do you feel that you can apply this if your husband's willing?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm going to give you this quick quiz here just to see. It might look familiar to you. Thank you, Leslie, and have a wonderful day.
Thanks.